Yo, solo players, what the hell is this PvP? You're looting, minding your business, and then bam, shot in the back. Shield pops like bubble wrap, health's gone, toast before you can even spin around. No duel, no nice shot, just a ghost on your spine. And that's exactly why solo PvP feels like a grief fest instead of skill. Today we're ripping it apart and dropping 5 dead simple fixes that could save it. Tired of dumb deaths? Lock and load? Let's do this.
Tux going topside. Let's do this.
Banditos, what up? Your boy Tux here. Here's the nightmare in one sentence. 63% of us queue solo. Matchmaking swears it's fair, but it's not. Stealth is king. Crouch is silent. Footprints barely show, and third person lets you peek corners like a rat. You literally never see them coming, but they see you. One crack, shield shattered, health down to basically around 20%. And the griefers that do this, they know to press hard because that's going to make sure there's no round 2 allowed. I love this game. I give it a 9 out of 10. But the solo PvP thing, well, now let me be super clear. It's not that I don't like PvP. I think it's a really cool part of the game. The problem is that in solo PvP, there isn't any. You get shot in the back, you die, that's the PvP engagement. If they hear you coming, they'll just camp and shoot you in the back, and that's it. In group mode, it's a little bit different. You bump into another squad, you can ambush them, there's time to flank, and many times it goes head on because it's very rare to shoot all 3 dudes in the back and bring all 3 dudes down because there's time to react. So that's the difference. When you squad up, the PvP engagement is a little bit more fair and realistic, but when you're solo, it's just these slime balls hiding in the bush, shooting you in the back at close range, breaking your shield with that shot, and it just doesn't feel like it's PvP. It's very slime ball. In order to keep the quality of life high, this needs to be fixed. When it comes to solo PvP, turn and fight, well, time to K is brutal. 2 body shots and you're dust. So you have a choice. Turn and fight or run, but you know that if you face the guy with no shield and basically no health, well, he's just gonna put a bullet in you. So you decide to run, but he's so close, he's just gonna put that bullet in your back. What do? Sometimes it feels like it's, fuck it, I'll just throw my hands in the air. So I feel like the real odds, well, you got like 1 in 50 to escape. If it comes to flipping it in close quarter combat, it's more like 1 in 100. You better hope that guy's just really bad at PvP. In solo PvP, if you're the one doing the ambush, it doesn't really feel like there's any skill involved, unless you count sitting still as skill. For the guy being ambushed, it's a coin flip with a loaded gun. X and Reddit are exploding. 97% of clips get roasted as bitch moves. Trolls laugh, oh, it's a skill issue, but it's not, because there's no skill required in these kills and there's no counter. If PvPvE is supposed to be intentional, Ark's the real boss. Players are spies. Cool, but spice shouldn't taste like pure salt, right? And the reason it stings so bad, why it feels so cheap, it's because the mechanics stack against you as the one being ambushed. It's this toxic stack working overtime. So the third person peek abuse is free intel, and I like the third person in the game. I don't want that to change, but it's a factor. Then there's the backstab. That equals instant shield break, instant pressure on the person being ambushed, and then stamina plus loot weight equals sprint is a cruel joke if you happen to be loaded up. And then you got healing, which is really slow and it slows your movement, sometimes even having to stand still. You're going to be eating more bullets, countering that heal. So the heals are kind of pointless in that situation. And then close quarter combat equals they flanked you 10 seconds ago. Result, well, griefers camp everywhere, not necessarily extracts, but also high traffic points of interest. They just kind of wait for the perfect spine shot, then chase the cripple. Zero counterplay. Even if you hear the first shot, you're already cooked. And I gotta say out there, if this is you, you know you're taking advantage of a broken mechanic. There's no counter to you shooting me in the back in close quarter combat. How do we fix this? Well, this is my suggestion. So here are 5 fixes that keep tension but add skill. One thing I think the devs could do is add a back plate armor. I mean, we're wearing a backpack already with an augment that should dampen damage from the rear. I'm talking like a 50% or greater rear damage reduction. That might make PvE a little bit easier. So maybe this is just a PvP thing against other raiders. That will basically give you more time to react and make it a frontal counter. The person that had the ambush is still going to have the advantage because you also have to find them and then ADS, and that gives them more time to put more shots on you. But no more one shot and I just want to give up. You get a fighting chance to turn. Another thing the game needs is a heal on run syringe. So maybe this is an epic heal where you get 20 HP per second while sprinting after you inject this thing. Maybe it's an augment bonus. There's a lot of augment bonuses where you heal after being revived and stuff like that, but this doesn't help the solo cause. We need solo perks too. Maybe you get bonus armor when shot from the back as an augment perk. That would be fucking sick. Another thing the game could add is a subtle 360 alert ping. Tiny vibration of rear footstep boost. No radar, just something's behind me. What about extract camper penalty? Arc aggro spikes hard, makes griefing risky. Another thing they could do is a solo Q buff, plus 15% more stamina, faster shield regen versus players. This could level the field without breaking squads. Okay, so this is all future stuff and I hope the devs are listening, but what can you do right now? I think the meta augment is the tactical MK2. Gives this special bonus. Upon shield break, deploys a small smoke grenade. It does suck to lose some looting capability or your combat slots, but I think hands down this is the best perk in the game for solo players. It's not going to save your ass from full-on engagements, but that cheap shot in the back while you're waiting for the elevator, I know that's happened to you all. It saved my ass, I'll tell you what. The other thing are door blockers. This is only going to work for closed off areas, but that'll help you. And don't forget the barricade kit, so you can use that to block a door. This also can be disassembled and used again in other areas. Now, this isn't going to save you from the dude hiding in the bush. Block off a room to loot it. It's going to cost you an extra second or two, but it's something. Wearing a medium shield helps some. It buys you 1 or 2 extra shots of survivability, which isn't game changer. But again, I think if you stack this on top of some of the other things, it adds up. Having adrenaline is a big deal. If you do have enough time to run, then stabbing yourself with this to ensure you have 10 seconds of extra adrenaline that won't drain will buy you a ton of distance. If you're able to duck into cover, one of the best combinations are the blaze grenades along with the smoke grenade. So you can cover your flanks on the left and the right of that cover with the blaze grenade, which have a 10-second duration. That allows you to pop the smoke that has a 20-second duration so that you can make your run or turn and fight. One of my favorites has to be the snitch driver. If you throw this, it's gonna call in hornets. It's like calling in for backup. Huck it at that player, and even if he does kill you still, at least you have a little bit of revenge. Some call backstabs essential tension. True, but right now it's just frustration because it doesn't really feel like we have counters and skill is just not in this play loop. So the tweaks that I mentioned keep the tension, add skill, and make solo PvP actually fun again. These devs can iterate fast, so let's push them hard on Discord, X, and whatever forums you attend. The bottom line is solo PvP isn't broken, it's grief bait. So 1 in 50 escape rate is killing the vibe. Fix it with back protection and mobile heals, and we get real duels instead of cheap shots. Devs have a 10-year plan. Now's the time to scream loud. You still grinding solo? Drop your worst backstab story below. I'll see you topside. Thank you for hanging out with me. If this one landed right, do me a favor. Smash that like, sub, and flip on notifications so you catch everything I'm cooking up next. Huge shout out to all you channel members and donors out there. You're the real MVPs, keeping Tux Nation rolling and growing stronger every day. If you're feeling the vibe, come join Tux's Players Club. Doors wide open for everyone. Kick it with hundreds of banditos powering this community and unlock a bunch of sweet perks, plus my raved about gamer music playlists. Perfect timing too. Fresh beat packs just dropped for the Bandito to the Bone level. We're talking regular waves of pure gaming music fire. for our top supporters. Click join or the link in the description for the full scoop on everything. Seriously, jump in if it feels right. Can't wait to see you on the members side.
Wait, did we just become best friends?